If God is good, why does the world look like this? Beautiful sunsets, yes, but also cancer, earthquakes, and genocide. This is the problem of evil, the sharpest question religion has ever faced. Welcome to where curiosity meets truth. This is the space where we confront life's hardest questions head-on. For centuries, people have looked at the cosmos, the stars, the cell, the sheer complexity of life, and seen the hand of a creator. An all-knowing, all-powerful, all-good divine architect. But then, reality strikes back. Turn on the news. Think of a child suffering from leukemia. The neat blueprint of a benevolent universe suddenly looks torn apart. The world is not just filled with supernovas and sonnets, it is also brimming with suffering, cruelty, and a catalog of horrors. We are confronted with diseases that ravage the young, natural disasters that wipe out communities, and acts of human barbarity. The jarring juxtaposition, glorious sunset, ghastly genocide, presents the most profound question. Philosophers haven't walked away. They've fought back with arguments, called theodicies, attempts to defend God's goodness despite evil. Two have dominated, a fancy Greek-derived word for an attempt to justify God, attempts to show there is a good reason for suffering, and that God isn't asleep at the cosmic wheel. Two of these theodicies have become particularly famous. The first is the free will defense. It says God gave us freedom. He didn't want mindless puppets. He wanted beings who could freely choose the good. The side effect, we can also freely choose evil. The second is the soul-making theodicy, John Hick's idea. The world isn't a perfect paradise, it's a cosmic gymnasium for the soul. A challenging environment for moral and spiritual growth. We're made with potential for perfection, not perfection itself. Through challenges and adversity, we build character, learn compassion, grow our souls. Evil and suffering are the grit that polishes virtue. If you're still curious, hit subscribe. This is exactly what we wrestle with here. One long video and 2 shorts every week. I also do special series on books, TV shows, and films. Now back to our cosmic justifications. Let's test these ideas against reality. These are clever arguments, are they not? They are intellectually robust. They've provided comfort and a framework to millions throughout history. They try to find a space where God's goodness and the world's horrors can coexist. The free will defense shifts blame for moral evil onto our shoulders. The soul-making theodicy frames struggles as part of cosmic self-improvement. For a time, these arguments seem to hold the line, but reality has a nasty habit of kicking the door in. Let's take the free will defense. It explains why one person might choose to harm another. But what does it say about a child dying of leukemia? What choice did she make? What about the Lisbon earthquake of 1755? Churches leveled, tens of thousands dead? This is natural evil, caused by diseases, disasters, the general unpleasantness of nature, and free will seems to have precious little to do with it. Why would a good God create a world with such built-in, non-human mechanisms for agony and death? The argument suddenly has a large hole in it. The soul-making theodicy begins to buckle under real-world examples. Yes, some suffering can build character. But what about suffering that only crushes and destroys? Consider the Holocaust. What about an infant who suffers for days and then dies? What soul-making took place there? The argument feels inadequate, almost grotesque. The scale, the randomness, the sheer brutality of suffering seems to overwhelm these tidy defenses. So we return to the ultimate question. Can God and suffering really coexist? Or does evil unravel the whole idea of a good God? Drop your thoughts below. I genuinely want to know what you think. This is where curiosity meets truth. I post 1 long video and 2 shorts every week. Subscribe at Chasing Sunsets 49. Like, share, and hit the bell icon to get notified so you don't miss the next dive into life's hardest questions. Bye and take care.